Before 3D Learner, we had tried over 2 years of a phonics program, and we're getting nowhere. It was beating a dead horse day after day, and so much frustration and desperation from both mom and daughter. I had asked for some recommendations. People told me to try Wilson, and so I brought in a Wilson tutor and had that person working with my daughter for a year and saw very little development or progression from that. So someone else then said, oh, well, you need to try Orton Gillingham. So we went that route, and I spent about 6 months working with Mia through an Orton Gillingham program, and really, once again, just felt so defeated because we were not getting any results. And so it was really kind of in this place of desperation, feeling like I had tried different things that people had recommended and, tried all these things. And a friend at that point recommended that I call 3D Learner. And before I even called, I went to the website and I just read through some of the items on the website, and it really seemed to be it just spoke to me like, this is my child, this is Mia. And so I was really encouraged by that, and I did the online assessment, and the online assessment basically affirmed that this is a visual kid. And so I think it was at that point I called Mark and Mira, and we began our journey with 3D Learner. I would absolutely recommend that other parents do the online assessment. I think just from there, again, moms have so many questions, and we're looking for confirmation that what we're witnessing, is not just made up in our heads, but these are solid things, solid patterns that our children are showing in terms of being a visual learner. So yes, the online assessment was a great tool in affirming that, yes, this is, I'm onto something now. We're approaching perhaps the right path finally. In the 3D Learner program, my daughter came in the month of March. I will never forget this. And we started off on a basic reading level of A, which would be, I think it was actually a double A, which was a preschool level. And we were coming about twice a week. And by June, she had gone from this level AA to a level L in reading. She just had phenomenal success. I would have never imagined that in a million years, that from March to June, we would get her from a pre-K level to a second grade level, I think a mid-year second grade level. That created so much excitement. It created so much confidence in Mia that suddenly, she didn't feel different than her peers. She could do what they were doing. And it gave me, mom, so much encouragement. I needed it as much as my daughter needed it. So we had tremendous success with 3D Learner in a very short time. 3D Learner taught Mia how to think in terms of pictures, which for her, this is how she's always been thinking. So I just didn't know that. And Mark and Mira at 3D Learner taught me that Mia thinks in pictures. And so, when she is going through a story, and if she can see the pictures, suddenly comprehension becomes so much easier because it plays like a movie in her head. And that has always been her strength, but I had never played to her strength. I had never taught to her strength before. So suddenly reading comprehension skills were off the charts. The visual tracking, that was something I had never even imagined Mia had a challenge with. We had been to an eye doctor, we had been to the pediatrician yearly. No one ever mentioned that there could be an eye issue. And that was actually one of the items that right away that 3D Learner wanted me to explore further. And they put me in touch with a more unique eye doctor who immediately found there were tracking issues we needed to deal with. And I would have never even imagined that. So that's another item to be grateful to 3D Learner for. When I first came to 3D Learner, Mia's anxiety and self-esteem were, I would say, at an all-time low. And I would say mine kind of matched that as mom, because we were having no success in what we were doing and trying, as I've said, multiple things. So that was something I brought to Mark and Mira, that I really just want to see this child grow in confidence, grow in self-esteem. And immediately, we started seeing changes in our daughter, not just here at 3D Learner, but at home. She was suddenly more confident in her dance classes, and she was more confident in her piano lessons, and she was more confident when she met up with friends. So that confidence just continued to grow. Each small success here at 3D Learner built her confidence across her whole life. So it was a beautiful thing to see. After success with 3D Learner, now she loves to sit down and read. She reads to her little sister, she reads to her stuffed animals. She feels confident. It was really just that ability to feel confident, to get past feeling like a failure, to have some successes and to continue to build on those successes. Yeah, so her reading is off the charts. I feel that every time I come down here, I get so much value out of our experience, and Mia gets so much value out of her time with the tutors, that I just feel they are my partners in education for my daughter, that suddenly I don't have to do this alone. I have educated people that have walked in my shoes. They know the place that I've been in, and they can hold my hand and walk me through each phase of Mia's education. Whenever we hit kind of a stumbling block, I text Mira and I text Mark, and they help me through it. They coach me through it. And so I'm not alone here. I have partners in my daughter's education, and to me that is invaluable. If there are struggling parents out there, if other parents are watching this and they have a smart but struggling learner, in a moment I would tell them to call Mark and Mira at 3D Learner. This has been a life-changing experience for my daughter. She went from a place of no confidence, no self-esteem, felt like a failure in learning, and I felt like a failure as someone who couldn't help my child learn. And in just a matter of 2 to 3 months, Mark and Mira and the 3D Learner team completely flipped that reality for us, and we are on the path to success.